Nice to meet you.
Just so coaching staff has been raving about you basically from the beginning in terms of just the leadership you brought. I mean, just basically what have you just sort of trying to do as an older guy, as a transfer, as a guy that's had a lot of experience? What's just kind of your approach been to the situation coming in a place at this point?
Yeah, so my approach is there's been two sides to my approach. The on the one hand, I'm in a new place in a new environment, and no one knows. Besides the coaching staff who recruited me, no one had known really who I was or what I was about or how I was as a player and just as a guy. So one aspect was, proving myself to both the coaches and the players that, I'm here to win and I'm here to work hard and to play hard. And then so that's been one aspect, and the other aspect is, how can I bring my past experiences with me and what I've learned from the other side of the country or just in my life in general to try to help improve whatever I can around here, in terms of what I can control and just bringing energy and working hard and pointing things out that I think we should work on or just overall bringing energy to the field and to the weight room.
What made this the right place in the first place? What made you decide you were ready to leave Cal
Okay,
and
yeah.
remain in Indiana?
So I had a really great experience at Cal, and I had a great relationship with the coaching staff. And it really came down to me is I had 2 years left of eligibility, and I didn't have a grad program that was right for me at Cal. And so I made the decision that, given that I had 2 years left, I wanted to continue pursuing an education while I played football. So Indiana was on my list already before they even reached out, and then so they were already on my radar academically. And then Coach Allen, with his energy and his coaching style and just the rest of the staff and the players, I felt like I was a great fit. So it was really a no-brainer from the beginning. When I got here to Bloomington, I really felt like this was a great match for me, football-wise, socially, and academically. So that's
What is the grad program? I guess what were you
yeah.
looking
I'm in the
to
Kelly School of Business. So I wanted to get my MBA. That wasn't possible at Cal, and because they don't accept right out of undergrad. So it was possible here, and then everything else followed too. With football and just the environment here, and you know.
When you say they don't accept right out of undergrad, what do you
So
mean?
that means so at Cal, either you get in during your undergrad, you do the first 2 years of prerequisites, and it's a super competitive. Like we about one guy a year gets in on the football team, but if you don't get in the undergrad program, then you have to do 3 or 4 or I don't forget the exact number, but a certain amount of years of work experience outside of college, and then you can come back and get your MBA. So obviously that's not possible for me, given that I had just graduated. So that was what my issue was there.
You mentioned the football fit. I mean, just tell me just a little bit more about that piece of it. I mean, what do you like about what Indiana does
Uh-huh.
with its defensive ends? What's it been like working with Coach Randolph? I mean, just how do you just sort of feel like your game, your style of play, and defensive end fits with Indiana? What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean it's been so what are we 11 practices in, and Coach Randolph is it's funny, you kind of forget that he's a new guy around here just because the chemistry that we have with him as a coach is already really strong, and also he already has the plays and all of the techniques already down. It's not he. It seems like he's adjusted really fast, and something I've really appreciated Coach Randolph for is that he's very upbeat and very positive. He's hard on you when he needs to be, but he's also has that side to him where he can, he'll say, you had a bad rep here, but dust it off. Let's move on to the next one, and that's really helpful as a player because sometimes you can get in your own head, and that's been, even as an old guy, I've been playing for 4 years. I'm going into my 5th year, and even sometimes if I have a bad rep, will get down on myself and Randolph is someone to pick me up, and it's the same with all the other guys. And so he's been really great. It's been really fun playing under him so far and in spring ball. And as far as the scheme for the defense, I mean, we're really aggressive. As far as I can tell so far, we're really aggressive, and I really like that style. I like going for those big plays, and our DBs are super aggressive. Our linebackers are really good at communicating and leading our defense. So far I've really enjoyed playing with this group. There's a lot of special guys, and I enjoy the way it's schemed up. So.
Sports, how you doing?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm okay. You mentioned Coach Randolph being a new guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're one of, I think there's 5 new guys, 3 transfers, and a couple freshmen.
Yeah.
At least in that D tackle room,
right.
Tackle position. I guess, does that kind of make it a little bit easier? You guys are all coming in together, including the coach. Everybody's kind of starting from ground zero.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's easier in that I guess it's not like, I guess everyone is kind of collectively learning together, at least a lot of the guys. But I would say it's not like there's a division between the new guys and the guys who've been here. I think that we've all become a nice D-line unit as a whole, regardless of who's transferred and who's been here before. I think the chemistry has already become pretty strong, and there are a handful of new guys, with LD, PJ, and I, and Sneed and whatnot. But I at least I don't really think of that anymore. I think at this point we're all here, and we're all getting along super well. And Coach Randolph has really helped with that as well. So I think the transition's been really smooth for the new guys, and at this point we're all just Hoosiers,
Now, Cal, if I'm not mistaken, you played an odd man front, right?
We played both. I think it really depended on who we were playing and then what our depth was like. So I played a mixture of both.
Now, did you just play strictly DN there, or did you go inside at times?
No, I played inside. I played 3. I played 2-eye. I played 4-eye, and I sometimes played 5 and 6-eye. It depended on, like I said, Sorry.
So what you're doing here, I'm guessing you're probably playing both 3-tech and some strong side DN. I mean, is it pretty similar to what you did at Cal?
Yeah, it's pretty similar, and it's similar.
I guess how much easier does that make your transition? The fact that you're basically stepping into a role that you're kind of used to.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm playing football the same way. Obviously, there's subtle differences with some scheme here and some technique there, but that's really helped. I've played for a good amount of college football before, so I think that that's made it easier to transition. It's the same game, so.
Last one for you. Obviously, like you said, everybody started new with Coach Randolph, but DeMarcus and CEO had been here.
Right.
They're kind of the veteran guys. Even though you're an older guy, how much did you maybe lean on them at first when you got here? Just about Indiana, where to go, just kind of how the coaches are, just things that you didn't really know about the program until you kind of got into it.
Yeah, those guys have definitely been really helpful for me, and with transfers you can look at them in 2 ways, and these guys have not. These CO and Dalton and DMAC have been super helpful and super inclusive, and they've really have been the catalyst to our group getting along so well. So they've helped both socially and showing me around, as well as with how the scheme works and everything else. So they've been super helpful, and I can't say enough about those guys.